Good morning, good morning. It's December, what's today? I don't even know what day it is. It is a Thursday, but it's December 7th. Thank you guys for being here. This is Bets and Breaks, the show for calculated risk takers, gambling, sports cards, collectibles, brought to you by SeatGeek. If you guys enjoy going to games, next time you guys purchase tickets and you don't have the app, download the app, use my last name, Ranaudo. You get yourself $20 off. You guys are in Baton Rouge. You like to go to some LSU games, Pelicans, all that good stuff. The Pelicans are in the semifinals tonight for the play-in tournament. Not in New Orleans, so you can't use SeatGeek here, but if you're on the West Coast, maybe you can. Also, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without our people over at St. Rock Vodka and 7-3 Distilleries. Here it is in the hat. If you guys pay attention to any of our content, we have some cool pieces coming out. Abby put out a cool reel yesterday about the distillery. But this vodka is really cool, and it is the official vodka of the Bayou Traditions Collective. So that means a portion of every one of these bottles goes back to the collective. So that means if you can't write a check, you're not involved in the NIL, you haven't donated or anything along those lines, if you're a vodka drinker, you can contribute by just buying this St. Rock vodka. So check them out. It's a New Orleans company, and they're great people. So super cool stuff. Love their hats too. Picks. I went 2-2. We lost I guess I went 1-2, and then I went 2-1, and then we lost the pick of the night, and Christian Kirk screwed you.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, let's be honest.
Yeah,
he got screwed more than I did.
Poor guy. But as far as betting goes, yeah.
I almost feel slightly responsible. I feel like that's like the 9th player I've injured this year. So
if I would have known, I guess we talked about it on the show, but I also threw down a little bet because I like the action, and he caught that 26-yarder. I had him for 40 yards. It was the last leg of my parlay. It cost me $1,000. Mm-hmm. I had a 3-leg parlay. Everything else hit.
And might have cost him children.
Yeah, his livelihood, manhood.
Poor guy.
That's
brutal.
But I will say, there were some catchers that had that same injury when I was playing, the testicular contusion or rupture.
Yeah.
Again, it's not fun or anything you ever want to deal with, but they do come back from it. You can have kids, so hopefully Christian Kirk, prayers up, brother. We're not mad about our bets, I promise.
We're not that mad.
Not that mad. It doesn't ever feel good, but again, you're dealing with things that are worse than us. But today we're going to have a quick show, guys, because Valley Vision, if you guys don't remember, Abby Alonso used to be on this show and be my co-host with Joe and I, and she does Valley Vision. Really cool piece today. We are getting to go over to LSU women's basketball practice facility. We're going to do a little content in there. She's going to get it to interview Anissa Moreau. She's a transfer from DePaul that's really killing it on the court right now. And the women's basketball team, if you guys don't know, you guys should check them out. There's a ton of great energy around LSU women's sports right now, and specifically women's basketball, coming off their national championship. So we're heading over there in about 20 minutes. So Joe and I are going to quickly run through our picks for today. I'm going to put some in-season tournament picks in there, and Joe's going to give us some football stuff. But we're going to be back tomorrow, so we'll talk more hobby stuff. We'll give you some hits around the hobby. We'll talk about some products that released this week and that are upcoming and stuff like that for the holidays. But like I said, it's going to be a quick show today, and we're going to run through it and just give you guys some picks. All right. First glance, we got let's break down the in-season. Or let's do the NFL game tonight, the Thursday night game. Traditionally, Patriots and Steelers, usually a fun game.
Yeah.
Like this year, I don't want to watch a second of this tonight.
Yeah.
There might not be a touchdown scored.
It's not a great matchup. I'll say that. Look, Bailey Zappi and Mitchell Trubisky are getting the start at the quarterbacks.
Those names, just not what you. I don't know. Not what you want to hear.
It is football, so I'll be watching, but it's probably not going to be great football. So here's the thing. Because I don't love the quarterbacks, I thought about, okay, maybe I could take some defensive props, but life's too short to take the under, right?
I love it.
That's lame. So I'm riding tight ends. I'm taking Hunter Henry and Pat Freiermuth, both to have 3 or more receptions. And then I'm going to go ahead and take George Pickens as well to get 3 or more receptions.
All right.
I want to say that in totality comes out to plus 350 some odd odds.
Nice.
Each of them are somewhere between minus 100 and minus 200.
A little bit of juice.
Individually. So I'm going to take that as a parlay. I'll take them individually as well.
I'm looking at some stats right now. Both defenses give up a healthy amount of reception yards. So they're both in the bottom half of the league I guess the Patriots are a little better. Their rush defense is good for the Patriots, so I like that. The passing, because you said you took Pickens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My thought here is, I'm having trouble with myself in the headphones. My thought here is, both teams are running out a backup quarterback. Neither defense is really great. So I wouldn't mind throwing or betting on interceptions and that kind of thing, because I do think they try and stretch the field and just it doesn't work. But I'm taking the tight ends and checkdowns and that kind of stuff. The little 5-yard dump routes, that kind of stuff.
That's what I think is going to happen too, especially a lot of broken down plays. Just looks like the Steelers give up the 10th most wide receiver yards, 15th most tight end yards. Looks like the Steelers are susceptible to the deep ball. Do the Patriots have? Who are the Patriots receivers that are?
Devontae Parker.
Yeah. It's, Kendrick Byrne, Pharaoh Brown, Demario Douglas, Hunter Henry. I guess Henry is that's the tight end. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, not going to be a fun one tonight, I don't think. Yeah, I don't even. Again, football's my favorite sport, and
it's getting up there though. It's made some headway this year.
I'm not gonna lie. I say third favorite. I love sports, so it's like I love watching football. I've genuinely enjoyed this football season. Jonah jokes with me more that I watch more football than he does now and stuff, and I do. And I've just learned a lot more. Betting on defense this year has taught me so much about the game just in general.
Yeah.
And obviously being around you, spending time around you, listening to your show, things like that. And I do just listen to sports gambling shows in general, so I learn a lot about football, and then I watch it and apply it, and it's been a lot of fun. So football's growing on me.
You're switching them over. I like it.
I like it. I love it. It's America's game now. It's right, isn't it? America's pastime. Baseball used to be it. No, it's this. I don't know. All right. I don't have any picks, honestly. I will put something together tonight, but I don't know. I'm first glance. I really have no idea though what I'm going to be going with. I might go something with tackles and field goals. That might be my play tonight.
I love that. I'm a defensive guy. I love watching good defense. We were talking the other day, and I told you my favorite game ever to go back and film study is 2011 LSU Bama.
Yeah.
It was a 9-6 score, no touchdowns scored, and that's my dream to watch defenses just ball. But
whatever. You're unique in that, I think.
I know.
That's good though. No, I get it. I'm a pitcher, so I enjoy a 1-0 game, but normally I like a good offensive game. But you appreciate the good. That's more of what it is, right? You appreciate that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right. So you have what are your picks again? Let's see.
I have Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth, and George Pickens all for 3 or more receptions.
Okay, I like that a lot.
And it comes out to plus 381.
Okay.
Hunter Henry's minus 114, George Pickens minus 166, Pat Freiermuth minus 172, which is funny. So the worst odds there, or the least likely, would be Hunter Henry to get 3, but with Bailey Zappi at quarterback and not having a receiver that you would recognize, I feel okay about that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. You're getting back to 500 today. Right now you're 4-7 in the records. The B&B show is 4-3. I'm a degenerate, so I have 21 picks. I'm 12-9. You want to hear something so funny, though? I think I told you this. So I have all our picks here on the sheet. The ones that we picked 4 out of the 8 that I did yesterday. The 4 that we didn't pick, I hit, I didn't pick 5. 4 out of the 5 didn't. 4 of the 5 hit. The ones that we picked for the bets and breaks, of course, don't hit. 2 of the 4. It's bad luck. Maybe you guys just got to start fading our picks if you guys are here. All right, tonight we have the in-season tournament, super fun semifinals. We were just talking about it in the shop here. I'm a fan of it. I know there's a lot of skepticism still, but as somebody who likes to bet, I feel way more confident on the in-season tournament games than I do in the other games. The NBA season is such a crapshoot for blowouts and shit. Last night there were 4 games. There were 4 games that had double-digit spreads. Mm-hmm. None of them covered. None of them. And 2 of the teams lost. Mm-hmm. And I'm just and then there's nights where it's minus 1.5 and it's a 30-point win. I'm just I don't get it. Anyway, so the in-season tournament keeps things a little closer. It gives me a little more confidence on my prop picks for the players and things like that. So. Pacers and Bucks. Now we talked about the Pacers last show on Monday about how they were 16-2 going into that game and covering the over. They didn't cover the over, of course. Mm-hmm. So they're 16-3 now. But
Still a great record.
It is a great record.
If you wanted to bet on them for the over, it would still make sense today.
I think I'm just scarred because that happened last week, but I think this game has got to go over. The Bucks are in the bottom 5th in the league in defense. So are the Pacers. They're both in the top 10. I think the Pacers are in the top 5 in pace of play. There's going to be shots taken this game. If they're making their shots, they're going to be scoring. Over-under is 257. That's a lot. But I'm taking it. I would take the over in this game. I mean, there's no reason not to. Neither team plays defense, and they just shoot the ball. The numbers are so inflated because I usually bet on Halliburton a lot and Giannis, obviously. Their numbers are so inflated this game. I like the over. It's not going to be one of my official bets. I'm taking Giannis over points, rebounds, and assists at 51.5. Normally, I told you last week, his line was 45.5. Like this is a high line for him. But it's minus 145, so it is a little juicy. But so I would shop around that. Maybe you can get it better somewhere else on a different book. I use DraftKings right now, and so DraftKings has it at minus 145 for him to go over. I'm still taking it. I think it's a solid bet. He's going to be the guy scoring. Him and Lillard are going to be scoring tonight. So I'm taking it. Tyrese Halliburton over points and assists, 48.5. So our good friends over at Hall of Fame Betting say that has happened. I love this app, by the way. If you don't have Hall of Fame Betting, you need to get this app.
Really?
It's absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Get it right
So, yeah. Halliburton has done this. Oof. I don't love these numbers. In his last 10 games, he's done it 60% of the time. Last 5 games, he's done it 40% of the time. On the season, he's done it 37% of the time. Now that I'm reading that, I don't love it. I might go the over that. I just think if they have a chance tonight, he's doing that. So I don't know. I'm going with it still. 40. I'm sticking with it. 41. Wow, but I don't know. These numbers are scaring me now. Let's see Giannis's points, rebounds, and assists at 52. 52. He's done it 38% of the time. 60% in the last 5. 50% in the last 10. I like that a lot. Man, I might change my Halliburton. Hold on. Let me see his points really quick. His over-under on points today is 29. Oh, I feel better about that one. Season only 37%, but the last 5, he's done it 60%. Last 10, he's done it 60%. And the only times that he didn't do it, he had 25, 26, and 26. So his over-under is 28.5 tonight. I'm going his over-under on points, 28.5. Wow, Hall of Fame betting, helping me.
I like it. You wanna give your take on the in-season tournament? Just what it's doing for the sport. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I like it so far. That's what we were just talking about with Jonah. I like it, again, from the betting perspective, but I think it's good for the sport in the sense of creating a little bit of balance. And Jonah made a good point that it was kind of like a participation type thing, but at the same time, the New Orleans Pelicans, right? Like, that's our team here in Louisiana. At the end of the year, they're out of it.
Yeah.
They have injuries. It happens. Their team doesn't stay healthy. So this is kind of cool for them to be on the main stage. They have an opportunity to go to the finals, to go to Vegas. They got some younger players where this $500,000 means a lot to them.
Yeah.
So I think it's good in that perspective, you know. I think it's good because we get to see LeBron play 35 minutes and play hard against Kevin Durant. We don't see that very often. And, again, I think it just is pride. When there's a trophy on the line, when there's bragging rights on the line for these guys, it's a good thing. Now, Jonah made a good point that it's kind of like participation. Like, you got to encourage them to play all year and things like that. And it's like, oh, congratulations, your team's injury-ridden. We're giving you a trophy in the middle of the year, which is a good point. But, again, I think it's good for the sport overall. And I know it's the first year, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. It does help. It does help in terms of betting because, like, me personally, I do like basketball. Like, I love the NBA playoffs. Like, I'll bet the NBA playoffs the whole time.
Yeah.
But during the regular season, I hate betting because everything's so unpredictable. You could have a 40-point blowout or you could have a 2-point game with the same teams.
Exactly.
Like, I never know.
Yep. No, that's and I think for me too. Again, I like to do futures bets and things, so you get to see how people are going to perform. Younger guys, you know what I'm saying? And in the playoffs, every year there's a new guy that emerges that's like, hey, this guy did it in crunch time, and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. You get to see guys perform in the middle of the year when it's usually like, oh, we got to wait till June to see this shit, So I'm on it. And my last pick, we're talking about it. I'm taking Pelicans +2 against the Lakers. They're in LA. I'm going to look up the Pelicans against the spread right now. Oops. I know the Lakers struggle. I don't want to say struggle, but they're not like a super strong team. Let's see, against the spread. Let's see, New Orleans, 13-8 against the spread. They are 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 6th in the league against the spread. 61% of the time they are covering. I wish we could see on the road, if we could see road or home. But either way, LA is, let's see, Lakers are 10-12 against the spread. I like it. I'm going Pels. Pelicans +2, book it.
Let's do it.
And we want the Pelicans to win. Like, that's just a fun thing to cheer for us. Usually I go the opposite and I go against the team that I want to win just because it's a win-win no matter what. Either my money wins or our team wins. But
Yeah. You make money or you pay for them to win.
Exactly.
It's one of the two.
Exactly. But tonight I'm going with the Pels. We're just going to go with them. We're putting all the good juju on them. We're going to have it for tomorrow. Is there anything that we like for the show? I didn't. Should we do the over? Should we double? Let's do the over on the Bucks Pacers game.
The over. Okay.
You hate it?
I don't hate it. I don't
You
hate
don't
it.
love it,
What's it at?
257.
257. Yeah, I remember.
It's a lot. That's a lot. I remember earlier this year. I think there was a line for it was the Pacers and Hawks game, and it was like the highest line ever since 1995. I remember we talked about it on the show, and I think it was like 256. But they wound up blowing it out. It was almost 300.
Yeah, records are meant to be broken. Let's ride it.
Let's go.
Like
I'm riding. We're riding it. 257 over 257 for the show. All right. This was a quick one, guys. We appreciate you guys being here. Thursday night game's gonna suck tonight. We're gonna watch it anyway. But the Pelicans are playing at 8 p.m. We got 4 p.m. basketball Central Time too. That's super fun. So we're gonna get to watch it in the shop. If you guys are in Baton Rouge, come check us out. We're in Perkins Row. Try some St. Rock vodka. We have their Bywater bourbon. We got their Irish Channel whiskey. We actually might not have their bourbon because we might have drank it all. I'm just kidding. Mic'd up might have drank it all, but we do have good stuff here. Come check us out. But again, we will be back tomorrow with a little bit more of an in-depth show, talking more about the hobby and news and some gambling news and hopefully recapping a Pelicans win. So see you all tomorrow.